Hey, good morning. Welcome to Area Shores Prepping. I'm your host, Greg. Have you been paying attention to the rhetoric coming from the left on the news? Have you been listening to it? Not just occasionally glancing at it. Are you really listening to the words that are coming out these politicians' mouth and the left leadership? They have declared war on conservatives. And I mean actual war, physical violence. They tread the line very carefully so that they don't get arrested. But they have worded it in such a way to invoke and incite attacks on people. One man was beaten within an inch of his life, a 66, 67-year-old man. I happen to be 66. A Trump supporter, proud conservative, beaten to within an inch of his life, and he may not live. By a 35-ish year old man who hates Trump. This is what they do. Another attempt to breach the White House by someone that has mental health issues, but incited by the hatred for Trump from these never-Trumper politicians. He was shot dead. Somebody running through the hotel shoots a Secret Service agent trying to get to Trump at the Correspondents' Dinner. All these attacks are incited by the left, and they have declared war on the people that voted for Trump. If you have, I support Trump, or I'm a conservative, or whatever, yard signs, you've made yourself a target thanks to these people. And what I'm really grateful for is that the rhinos in the Republican Party are now being ousted in primaries because people have awakened to the traitors that they are. Cornyn, Texas. I hope, see you later, goodbye, good riddance, you traitorous bastard. You're a worm in the apple that makes it bad. He was one that was wanting, amnesty for 8 million illegal immigrants. 8 million, he was that. He was in holding hands with Tillis. Let's give him that. You got another congresswoman down there. I don't want to say Anna Paluna, but another Cuban congresswoman in Florida who offered up an amnesty for illegal immigrants. That went down like a lead balloon and she shut her mouth. But these are the people that need to be ousted immediately. Susan Collins, well, I'm up against a really tough primary. Well, it wouldn't be tough if you'd shut your mouth, stop voting with these libertards. Murkowski, another traitor. Thune, the Senate leader, another traitor. All these people need to go and say, we're going to stop cooperating with the Democrats and start putting forth the agenda that the American people voted for. Malliotakis in New York, another one that walks down the yellow line. Well, I may go with the Democrats, I may go with the Republicans. We're going to try and find a happy medium. There is no happy medium. The Democrats have, given us ample opportunity to review what they're saying. It's their way or no way. But Malliotakis, I'm going to leave the compromise group that tries to find a happy medium because they won't negotiate. Gee, what a surprise, you idiot. They are so far left now, there is no negotiating with these people. Instead, I'm warning you right now, they want a physical civil war and are going to push it to there. And then when it happens, look at the right, look at the right, look at the right. Look at what they did. January 6th all over again. You got to be smarter than that, people. Get rid of the rhinos in our party. Just as an example, in Indiana, all the people that bucked Trump and didn't want to redistrict that state are now gone except for one. You have to stand up for what you believe in. If you are walking down the road, I don't want to get involved, I don't want to do this, that's voting for them. If they come into their community and say, we want to set up a mosque because we all are free. We all have to worship together. There is no compromise with Islam. You worship how you worship. But when Islam comes into your community, all the other religions are forced out, either by crooked politicians or the believers in Islam that say either you convert or you'll be eliminated one way or another. The libertards say either you toe the line on free speech or we'll shut you down. Either you give us everything that you have and we'll give you back what we think you need. Just like in New York City with Mandami. Oh, free bus rides for everybody. Let's vote for him. Free childcare. Let's vote for him. Controlled rent. Let's vote for him. Let's take over apartment buildings to give to the poor. Let's vote for him. And now that he's in office, you're seeing his true colors. 10,000 prayer rugs set up in Times Square, and he's worshiping with them, shutting down traffic, shutting down pedestrian traffic, and the cops are told don't interfere. Jews are being beaten on the streets because they're Jewish, and no one does anything. Toronto, Canada, is now fallen to Islam. England has now pretty much fallen to Islam. And the liberal left support it. These fascists like Bernie Sanders, AOC. Bernie Sanders owns 3 homes. How did he do that on a congressman's salary? Or senator's salary, I beg your pardon. I was thinking of his pocket puppet, AOC. Elizabeth Warren, Massachusetts. 2 or 3 homes. How did they do it? Tell me the secret. I'd love to win that election. You have to wake up, folks. You have to be prepared to stand up and say, no, we will not allow this to happen anymore. I absolutely will not endure another bogus lockdown. I will not endure being censored and shut down on YouTube. Won't do it. Any of the politicians that vote for that, gone. Vote against them. Anybody that wants to stand across the street saying, I have my right to keep and bear arms, well, so do I. It's as simple as that. I've had enough. Absolutely had enough, and it's time for the American people to wake up. You watch out, folks. It's coming. If you're walking down the center of the road and saying, I don't want to get involved, that's the best way to get killed. During the American Revolution, 1/3 of the population supported Great Britain. 1/3 of the population said, I don't want anything to do with it, just leave me alone. I want to grow my crops, raise my kids, leave me alone. Where have we heard that before? How'd that go for you in Minneapolis? You stood by and watched your city burn until it was your shop and you were murdered and your shop burnt down. And 1/3 of the revolutionaries said, we want independence. We want free speech. We want our Second Amendments. We don't want to house British soldiers against our will. We don't want to be arrested because of the thought police like in Great Britain. If you say anything against Starmer, who is a fascist, unbelievable, you're arrested and in prison for 2 years for free speech that should be your right. Get ready. Be prepared. Have food, water, shelter, and more specifically, something for your self-defense. When you see the liberals saying, you don't need something that can shoot 30 rounds, say that to the people in Minneapolis that watched their whole communities burn, or in Seattle, Washington, or anywhere else where there was mass riots, where the police were no-show. You're on your own and you better wake up. Yes, I'm angry. I see this all the time. Defund the police, defund Secret Service. Let Trump be out there on his own because he's a convicted felon because of a bogus law and an absolute mockery of the judicial system. It's coming, folks, and they've already declared war. You better wake up and realize that. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. Greg out.